Today I'm going to show you how to make the cutest little flower using nothing but your fingers and some chunky yarn. No hooks, no needles, and no crochet experience required. If you've ever thought yarn crafts look too complicated, this project is going to change your mind because in just a few minutes you'll have an adorable flower you can use on gifts, bags, hats, decor, or even just as a fun little creative win for the day. Hi friends, I'm Renee from Martha and Me, where I help beginners learn yarn crafts in a slow, simple, and encouraging way. So grab your chunky yarn, get comfy, and let's make something beautiful together. All you need to make this flower is some chunky yarn in the colors you've chosen for your flower. I've chosen to make the petals of my flower in this bright marigold yellow. And then I will make the center in a brown. I need 48 inches of my main flower color, and I need 12 inches of the center color. So to start, I'll take my 48-inch piece, and I'm going to lay it over my hand with a little bit left down here hanging, and I'm going to take this around 2 fingers, and when this yarn is behind, I'm going to push it through the circle I've just made, and that makes a slip knot, and it's our first loop we need to make. And the size of each of these loops should be 1 finger size. You should be able to get 1 finger through there. I can actually probably get 2 fingers through here, so maybe I should tighten this up just a little bit. And you just fool around with it a little bit till it's the right size. It's very forgiving. So I've got my slip knot here, and now all my other yarn is to the right, and I take that behind my slip knot, and I'm going to push it up through the slip knot and make another loop. And there I have 2 loops, one coming through the first loop. And if you look carefully at this, I can see 2 humps. We won't worry about this down here. That's the part of the knot that we use for the slip knot. But this is actually the slip knot, and it comes around here and all the way around here. So this is the top of it, and this is the bottom of it. And then this is the first loop that we made. So it has a top and it has a bottom. And that'll come in handy to know where those are. Feel it with your fingers. See that there's a hole. There's room for you to put more yarn through there, and that's what we're going to start to do. We've got our 2 loops here, and we're going to take this piece of yarn and we're going to push it through that second loop, but instead of pushing it to the side like we would normally to make blankets and things like that, we're going to take it up. So that will be our first petal. I might have that just a little big. All right, and now I'm going to take that because I want to go through the other loop. See here, the hump here we identified earlier from the slip knot. I'm going to take it through the top hump of that slip knot and do the exact same thing. I'm going to push it through, and just with your fingers, you just ease it on up till it's about the same size, and you've got your first 2 petals. And now, this is the bottom of those same 2 loops we were looking at. It's hard to see at this point, so that's why I wanted you to watch while you originally made these 2 loops and identify the humps. And we're going to turn this over, and we're going to work through the bottom humps. So take it over to the left and push it up through the bottom of that hump, and make a petal the same size as your other 2 petals. There's my 3rd petal. And now I'm going to take it through the bottom of the slip knot, the bottom hump of that slip knot, and I'm going to have 4 petals. But I think a 5-petal flower looks better, so I'm going to need a place to put the 5th petal. So here is a spot over here feel around till you find a good spot, and not our knot here. Don't worry about our knot. And I'm going to pull up again, pull up through that space. Sometimes you have to pull, sometimes you have to push, but you just want to pull up a petal the same size as your other petals. And now I have 5 petals. And you just kind of manipulate them around till they're in the spots you like to see. And we want to put the center of our flower in. So get your contrasting color. And what we need to do here is find 2 holes that we can go through so that when we pull this down through, it will be in the middle of our flower. And we start the contrasting color by making a knot in it, right in the center. And let's make another knot. So it's quite a prominent knot there. We want a big knot. And now we'll take the tail of those knots, of that knot, excuse me, and push it through here from front to back. And if you get in the wrong hole, just pull it out and find another hole to put it in. Because what we want is for this to look like a flower with a center, a contrasting color center. And I'm just going to push down through there. And if it doesn't look good, I'll pull it out and find another spot. Let's see. There we go. And now pull it tight. And is that in the center? I think it is in the center. So let's tie this off, tie a knot. And now we tie a knot in our yellow yarn. And that's going to help us pull our knot out of view, our original starting knot. And we can just fuss with our petals until we get them all in a row. We can cut off the back of those tails. I cut off the brown. I would leave the yellow on here because that's how you can attach it to a gift or to a purse for a purse charm. And here is your cute little flower. There you have it, your finger knit flower. See, you don't really need fancy tools or years of experience to make something cute and handmade. I think projects like this are such a great reminder that creativity can be simple, relaxing, and fun. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to Martha and me because I share beginner-friendly crochet and yarn projects designed to help you feel confident without feeling overwhelmed. And I'd love to know in the comments, what would you use your flower for? A bag charm? A gift topper? A hair accessory? Let me know below. Thanks so much for spending time with me today, and I'll see you in the next video.